Are you aware that sometimes it takes just the smallest changes to make your video start doing very well, or to make your channel as a whole to start doing very well? And these are some of the things I'm going to be touching into this video. I'm going to be sharing with you 10 good tips that are going to help your channels to start doing very well. So you can, once I share these 10 tips, just keep checking your channel, whether you've done this or whether this is something that you do, whether you are supposed to continue this or whether you're supposed to stop this particular thing that I'm going to be sharing. Please don't miss out on any of these tips. So the very first tip I'm going to be talking about is your category, categorizing your videos. There's a lot of people who do not know how to categorize their videos, and me myself, I did not know it until recent. Do you understand? And this category is actually very good for your videos if you do it right.
In order to set your category, you just come over to your channel, come to your profile picture here, tap on your profile picture. Now you can set your category as a default such that all your videos will have that category, that same category, instead of you just changing every time. So you just come over to your channel, tap on your profile picture. Okay, come over here to setting, tap on setting, then come to your data in YouTube, tap on your data in YouTube. So once you tap on this, come here, tap on this place where you have your number of videos. It's going to redirect you to your YouTube studio. Come here, just come over to settings here, tap on settings. Okay, then come to upload default. Once you come to your upload default, go to advanced settings. So once you come to your advanced setting, you're going to see category here. So you tap on it. Currently mine is on how to and style, so I'm going to click on the drop down arrow. So now you can see it. If you know that you are teaching anything on your channel is about tutorial, you're teaching one thing or the other, you should set your own category to how to and style. Do you understand? As long as you are doing tutorials on your channel, just set it to how to and style. Just let it be there. If you know that what you do is about sports, about travel, you set to sport, you set to travel, you just come here and just look at it. Do you understand? The one that is related to your channel should be your own channel category, so that if anybody is searching for anything as regards this, your own video too will be part of what YouTube will recommend. This is one of the things too that also helps. Do you understand? So that is it. My own is currently on how to and style, because that's what my own channel is about. Okay, so any video I'm uploading, I don't even need to be trying to set it again. It will be there automatically. But if you have already uploaded your video, okay, if you've already uploaded your video and you still want to change, just go over to your YouTube studio. You still want to change the category, go over to your YouTube studio, go over to content, right? Go over to content, then let me just click on any video. Let's assume I click on this particular video. Okay, you will go over to this edit icon that's up here. Just tap on the edit icon. Okay, then go over to your tags, shorts category. Okay, come here, you'll see category. You can see mine is on how to and style, so you just tap on it, then you can see it here. So you can still go ahead to change your own category. Do you understand?
Now, the second tip I'm going to be talking about is sub for sub. It is not going to help you. Most times, I see some people come into the comment section of big YouTubers or YouTubers that are doing well, even my own channel. They come into my comment section and they are like, okay, United we stand. I'm here to help, support whoever it is that's supporting me. Subscribe to my channel and subscribe to your channel. I'm going to tell you why this is not good, and I'm going to tell you how you can actually do it. Do you understand? Now, the reason it's not good is my own channel, for example, I talk about how you can grow on YouTube. So definitely people that have niches of maybe how to grow your hair or how to manage your finances, motivational talks, cooking, style, fashion, all of those things, they are coming here to watch because they want to grow their channels. So you're having people who create different niches, who are interested in different contents, come here to watch. Now when they come here to watch, and you now come again here, maybe your own channel is about football or something, your own channel is about how to grow hair, you now come here to watch, you're now saying that, oh, United we stand, support my channel, I support you. You have people that are not interested in hair subscribing. You have people that don't even have any, they don't, some of them are even bored, they are subscribing to your channels, do you understand? So at the end of the day, fine, you're going to be accumulating subscribers, but it will be like a dead audience. There's actually something that's called dead audience. It's when you have subscribers who are not watching your videos. Do you understand? So it is not good. Avoid it. It is better for you to just work on how to get more views, because more views will eventually give you more subscribers, not the other way around. Do you understand? Of course, subscribers give you views, but those are subscribers that actually are interested in your content. Now, what you can do instead of the sub for sub thing in the comment section, what you can do is you can just tell people that, or you can do it for channels that are creating content that are in your niche. Or if you go to a person's comment section, you can say that if you are interested in so thing, come then subscribe to my channel. Let me subscribe to yours. If you're interested in, do you understand? So that you know that you're getting people that will be interested in your content and will want to watch and learn from you too. Do you understand? And please don't click on a person's video and just tell them to subscribe and click off the video. Please, it's not good. You don't want people to do that to your own videos too. So if you are clicking on a person's video, make sure you're watching to the end of the video. Now, the other tip I'm going to be talking about is your intro. The way you start your videos can make your viewers either stay or leave your video. Do you understand? And in this particular video that is here, maybe here or here, I talked about how you can actually structure your videos in order for you to be able to get people to stay to the end of your videos, to make it interesting. Because once people are staying to watch more of your video, it is going to help your audience retention rate. It is going to also help your watch hours. It's going to increase your watch hours. Do you understand? It's going to help you to push it out more, because they see that people are actually enjoying your content. Do you understand? So your intro really matters. So go ahead and watch that particular video. Now, the next thing I'm going to be talking about is your audio quality. I just hope my mic is doing me justice, because I just got this mic yesterday. So your audio quality actually matters. Okay, even if you don't have good visuals for your videos, please just make sure that as long as people can see you, please just make sure that they can hear clearly. They can hear clearly. That's the reason you see some people, they'll go to the extent of investing in mics, in microphones. I just hope this mic is good. You understand? People will go to the extent of investing in microphones just to make their videos do well. And even if you don't have a microphone yet, what you can do is to just target a time when you will not have so much noise, external noises. Then you can film your video, and then you can also edit your video in such a way that it will cancel out all the noises. You can use CapCut to do that. Just use voice isolation on CapCut. It's going to help you, and then reduce noise feature also on CapCut. It's going to also help you. Although the voice isolation is actually on pro version. Do you understand? But I have a video that I talked about how you can access CapCut Pro for free. I think I will put it will be in my description box, so you can go ahead to my description box and watch it, or I'm going to put it up as a card. Now, the next thing I'm going to be talking about is clickbait. Clickbait is bad, and it's going to make people click off your video as soon as they click into your videos. It is even annoying, because clickbait is when maybe you put something on your thumbnail. You know, remember we always say make your thumbnail catchy, captivating. Now because you want your thumbnail to be catchy, you now put something that is not even related to what you have inside your video. I've seen it on some people's channels. I've seen that thing. Sometimes I want to watch a particular video and I've seen what they have on their thumbnails. When I now click on the video and now see there's something else entirely they're talking about, that thing is annoying. So please try to avoid it, because it is not giving you integrity. And the next time people see your own channel, if they're even subscribed, some of them will unsubscribe because of that. And the next time people see your channel, they will not even want to watch. They will not even want to click on whatever video, because they will feel like it's just clickbait. So you don't want that, because I understand how much effort it takes to work on this YouTube street. You can make your thumbnails catchy, but let them represent exactly what you are offering them in the video, or your titles also. Do you understand? Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is hateful speech. Using hateful speech in your videos, it is not good. Or vulgar languages. It is not good, because it can cause you to have a copyright infringement on that video. Do you understand? On that video. So please avoid hateful speech. Don't come to YouTube and start insulting people. Avoid using vulgar visuals on your thumbnail or your videos or something. Do you understand? It's something like that has happened to me once, but I think that was on TikTok. There was one kind of thumbnail I used or something, and then was it on TikTok or even YouTube? YouTube took it down and sent me a mail or something about it. So I had to just go change that particular thumbnail. So avoid all those kind of things, vulgar languages, vulgar visuals, all those things. You can just read up on those kind of things. Do you understand? Read up on them so that you get a better understanding of them. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to be talking about is changing your file name. I talked about that in one of my recent videos. Changing your file name. This thing is actually very important, because when you if you do not change your file name, what you just have is a list of numbers and letters on your videos. Okay, and that is what YouTube is going to be working with. So it will also affect how much YouTube recommends your videos. Do you understand? So if you can change your file name to exactly maybe your title, the title of that video, or keyword to use in that particular video, it's going to help YouTube to know exactly who and who to recommend your videos to. I talked about how you can change your file name for your video and for your thumbnails. So if you've not watched that particular video, please, I'll link it up in my description box also. Do you understand? Or I'll put it up as a card, whichever one, but go and watch that particular video. Now the next thing I'm going to be talking about is your end screens and your cards. Your end screens and your cards are actually very, very important because they help to make people watch more of your videos on your channels. Do you understand? For example, you will see that I talked about cards. I'll place a card here. Those things are cards. Okay, at the end of a particular video, someone can go back and then maybe scroll back and then click on that card and to direct them to your other video. You understand? And watch it. So also end screens, if you notice at the end of your videos, you always see some boxes that contain some videos of some people. They'll tell you that watch this particular video and all of that. That is an end screen. It will also lead people to watch more of your videos. So if you've not been using end screens, start using them, because and then use end screens that are related to the particular video you're talking about, so that whoever it is that clicks on that video, because that person is interested in that content, when they get to the end of that video and you show them that, oh, they can also watch this particular video, because the content is related, and that means person will also have an interest in that particular one, and then there's every probability that person would want to click on that one and watch. So they are binge watching, and it's sending YouTube a very positive message about your videos and your channel. Do you understand? So start doing that for your own videos too. Now, one other tip I'm going to be talking about is this one actually helps, and it has helped me. I didn't used to do it before, but I started doing it of recent and it has helped me. And that is when it comes to your titles. I feel like you should actually know your titles before creating your videos, so that you'll be able to really tackle those titles in your videos. Do you understand? So before you create a video, just know that, okay, you want to create a video on so title. Fine, you might not have known how exactly you want to structure the title, but at least know what your title is. Do you understand? So that you can actually address that title in that particular video. The weather is already changing. I'm trying to be very fast. So my final tip is your keywords. We all know how important keywords are. Keywords will really help to push your video out there. So please start imputing keywords into your titles, into your file names, into your description box. Keywords are like, maybe, of course, the key that can unlock some things. Do you understand? So keywords are like, maybe you are talking about a video on how to get more views on YouTube. An example of a keyword is more views or something like that. Do you understand? Or tags that can help your videos. So like more views, how to get more views, how to increase your watch hour, how to do this, how to gain more. Do you understand? So those are like keywords that you can be using for your videos, and you can also use hashtags, but don't use too many hashtags, because when you use too many hashtags, it makes YouTube to be confused. So, and if YouTube is confused on what your video is about, it will not even recommend that video at all. So that's the reason I think on YouTube they said on the YouTube studio it said that your hashtag shouldn't be more than 15. Personally, I don't even use more than 3 or 4 on my videos since I started getting all of these things. I don't use more than 3 or 4 hashtags on my videos. Do you understand? Now another thing about titles I didn't mention. Now, another thing about titles that I didn't mention is sometimes you can actually change your titles. If you notice, because someone asked me on my live stream yesterday, if you notice that your titles are not doing very well, maybe you've uploaded and you've watched your video for the first few hours and you feel like this video is not doing very well, you can actually go and tweak your title again. It's still the same title but restructured. Do you understand? So that it can help you push out your videos to more people, so you can get more impressions, because more impressions equals to more click-through rate, a higher click-through rate. Okay, so that is that about this video. If you've not liked at this point, please do well to like this video and share to whoever you feel would need this particular content. And welcome to my family. Subscribe now. Okay, you'll get more good information. And if you've learned all of these things and you want to implement them on your videos, it is important that the intro of your videos are well structured. Unless people will not even watch your videos after you've tried to optimize using all these things that I've done, people will not even watch your videos if you not structure your first 30 seconds very well. And in this particular video, I actually thought about how you can start structuring your intros to be very good okay, so that you can get people to stay to the end of your video. So go ahead and watch that particular one, and I'll see you on my next one. I love you and I wish you success on your channels. Bye.